Welcome to the first episode of Conspiracy Clowns. Must be the meds. I'm here with my co-host Dan.
D's nuts.
D.
D.
Fucked it up already, my bad.
It's all right.
Yeah, we're here to just shoot the shit and just talk about some stuff, see what's going on in the news, and ask some questions. See what's going down.
And I hope if you have any questions, please feel out and reach us via Twitter or all
Twitter,
platforms.
YouTube comments, whatever. Mustbethemeds.com, whatever.
Man,
we're everywhere.
We'll definitely get back to you with some humor. Trust me. Trust me.
Yeah.
So thanks for having us. So what would you like to start off today with?
Oh no, I was reading some weird shit about the moon lately. You hear about that stuff?
Yeah, supposedly the moon's hollow and it's rusting.
Yeah, those are like two different theories and stuff. But like, yeah, one of the astronauts, like back in the day, was it fucking the one who played golf up there? I don't know. What the fuck's his name?
Neil Armstrong, I think.
Yeah, it was either him or what was the other one? Buzz
Lightyear?
Aldrin.
Oh yeah.
Is he the old one that likes to fight people?
Old one likes to fight people.
Yeah, there was this like, I think that was him. There was like some dude was like harassing him, saying like the moon landing was fake or some bullshit, and like he just like punched him in the fucking mouth.
Oh shit!
I think that was him.
I wouldn't fuck around with Aldrin then.
Yeah, but one of them, they were talking, I think it was one of them, said that when they landed on the fucking moon, it like rang like a bell.
Well, so
that's why they say it could be hollow.
Does that make the moon the next like Christmas ornament?
It could be.
You know, because I mean,
what are we, in a fucking snow globe?
You know, there's a possibility of that. There's a great possibility of that. You know, look at the Truman Show.
Yeah.
I mean, we could be in a fishbowl.
You know how sometimes you get a snow globe, you just leave it down. You know, but now 2020's here, so they gotta fucking shake the shit out of that goddamn thing.
Oh, the world's been all shook up. The way I see it is, honestly, if the moon is hollow, they also say the moon's younger than what we think too. So there goes the whole theory of...
So it could be hollow metal, and it's not as old as we think.
Well, if it's hollow metal, not as old as we think, then what do we even have a moon for?
Well, I think for the ocean or something.
Who gives a shit about the oceans?
Aquaman? I'm fucking know. Sure shit ain't BP or...
So if the moon's hollow and it rings, that means it's some type of ore, right? Yeah, some type of metal ore.
Yeah.
So what kind of metal ore is it? I wonder what it is. It's probably copper, no? One of the lightest metals?
I don't know. But yeah, they were talking about it rusting. I'm like, what? How the fuck does it rust?
Yeah,
I don't get it.
Copper rust. Steel, iron rust. So it could be
just... yeah, it's iron oxide.
Yeah.
But don't you need, like, oxygen? Is there any oxygen on the moon? I don't know.
Supposedly it doesn't have an atmosphere. That's why we need spacesuits.
Okay.
You know, but that wouldn't make sense. Like,
how would you get rust? Rust is iron oxide.
But
so is it not rust, or is it something similar to rust that works in the physics of the moon and not here? That's what I don't get.
Well, if it's made out of iron, why don't we just fly up there with magnetic boots on?
Just use a big you would have to use like some electromagnets, but you would have to turn them off. They would have to be turned off before you got to the moon. Because if you try that shit down here, it'd be like a huge EMP, take out everything. Well, as they fucking go to the moon, they come back. There's nothing here.
Isn't that...
They're like, oh shit.
Isn't that the same principle as the heart?
Well, I thought that was for weather control, wasn't it?
Fuck it. Yeah, I mean, supposedly it was designed for communications underwater with submarines.
Why?
That I don't know. That's a damn good question.
I don't know. The only people that I know that use submarines now are the drug smugglers and that Maxwell bitch. She got a submarine.
There's a whole nother. I think everyone that knows about what's his name? Epstein and Maxwell?
Yeah.
So this era's Montauk experiment. That's how I feel about that.
You think they were experimenting on them, like doing some like mind control shit? Like,
Yeah.
Or
yeah, you get them young, you mind control them to sex slaves, and then they met through their powers that be. They met. Look at all the princes, future presidents, government leaders, Senate.
Oh yeah.
So they were probably passing them around. Pass them around, get some knowledge, and you know, that's honestly what I believe.
Okay.
I still believe that there's an underground world to that because that's why everybody dropped out. Like, look at this prince. He resigned from being a prince and shit.
I don't think he resigned. I think they were just like.
I mean, listen, push comes to shove, you resign.
Yeah. Like Bill Gates did. What's he resigning for?
Bill Gates, I think he's resigning for the fact that he doesn't want anyone to know that he has all these big pharma tabs.
Oh, like everybody knows though. But like, why would he resign from Microsoft just to like, so people wouldn't think he was like a conflict of interest or some bullshit? I don't know. There was a lot of CEOs resigning, and
well, if you're a big CEO of a technical institute such as Microsoft, and you got ties with big pharma and ties with the coronavirus and ties with opium, not only can you somehow your software, which most of the government software is on Microsoft.
Oh yeah.
You know, you want to save your ass while you can. But I'm also thinking that he has all that information on his like black box somewhere saved.
Oh, he got it. Yeah. But and I think I misspoke. I think he resigned from the board. He was still on the board. I think he had already stepped down as CEO a while back. So I think I misspoke.
Well, he still wants that check. He still wants.
But either way, he stepped down. I don't know.
Plus, he might have ties with like the underground sex slave.
He might.
You know, and
that
when that whole Epstein stuff was going on.
That flight log's coming out soon. Where is it? The Virgin Islands are fucking protesting in the streets. Fucking, they want to see that shit.
Now I've traveled.
I thought they already released it. Are they like withholding shit?
I think it's because of the names on there. They don't want the names released.
It's like, ooh, this is awful. Shit, that one's my boss though. I've been late all this week.
Hold on.
Maybe I'll save this until maybe like next week when he bitches at me for having a liquid lunch. Like, remember that time?
Yeah, she was only, what, 15? And your name's on this list. Oh, that'd be perfect blackmail, wouldn't it? Oh,
that's what they do, man.
Oh,
that's
man.
part of like the whole thing. Like what they were doing was they were blackmailing these people to remain in power and be able to work freely in the open. Like everybody knew about Epstein. Like he got arrested like 20 years ago or some shit.
Yeah,
like, everybody fucking knew, and people were still seen with him and doing shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
And he had a closed behind door agreement with the federal judge.
He's got his own fucking island.
Oh man.
So God, if I had a fucking island, I wouldn't let any fucking kids on it.
No, I wouldn't let any kids, but there'd be some illegal shit going on that motherfucker.
No, it's your fucking island, bro.
There would be some. I would probably be trading some guns and everything, but that's.
Well, you need to protect your island. That's your island, make it your own fucking country or something. Can't you do that?
Yeah, you could make it your own country.
I think they got like a fucking oil rig out in the middle of fucking nowhere that's like its own country.
Shit, I think you're right. It's off the coast of England, I would say.
That's what I was thinking. It was over by like England and shit.
Yeah, it's off the coast of England. Actually, you could actually buy property on there if you want.
Yeah, it was like a little small little.
Yeah, you could buy a foot by foot.
I don't know, like
you could stand in 1 foot and be in your own country.
I don't know if you get in trouble, like if you don't like the mayor, and you gotta like protest them and shit, and then you want to protest the mayor on this island, and then you gotta sleep like 5 feet away from the little cot.
Listen, all I could say is
the pillow talk would be terrible.
Get the fuck off my island. No, it's my island too.
We're still cool. I just don't like your policies.
You know what I've been really getting into is like the whole conspiracy theories about Mount Rushmore. and how Mount Rushmore was number one. A lot of people don't know this, but Mount Rushmore actually belonged to the Indians. I think it was
Native Americans.
Oh, excuse me. Apologize for your Native Americans. I apologize for that. I'm still listen. I'm still stuck in a time warp where we used to say certain things and can get away with it, and now it's, I understand the politics behind it, but forgive me if I slip. Just a warning.
And in further episodes, don't expect any apologies out of them.
Yeah, I'm just.
You get what you get.
Yeah,
we'll just replay this one.
Yeah,
I'll edit it. And
yeah, you're good. Okay. You know what we need?
Save it for next time.
We need to put up that warning. You know how ridiculousness has that warning. We don't. Well, some things might be said that I don't mean to say, but I'm warning you forthright. So anyway, the Native Americans owned the land that Mount Rushmore was built on, and then I want to say it was President Coolidge that actually granted that particular territory designed for the Native Americans. And however, the U.S. government wound up screwing the Indians out of that because they wanted to be a place for tourism.
So Coolidge did that?
Yeah, Coolidge.
It's not very cool.
No, it's not very cool of him. Matter of fact, he then turned around.
That was like some sacred shit to them too. Like that particular area, like I don't know if they had like faces on it or it looked like a face, but like that was sacred shit
to the Indians. Yeah.
Shit.
And
that's fucked up.
And then, which president was it? Because it took the Great Depression happened. And it took quite a few years to build. So
what if it really was sacred land and the Great Depression was because we fucked them out of that land?
Well, what it was right after the Great Depression. They said, "Have you heard of
you're the gods, bro?
Black Hills Gold?" Well,
nah.
Where Mount Rushmore is considered part of the Black Hills chain of mountains and stuff.
I don't even know where is that?
South Dakota.
Okay.
South Dakota.
I forgot that was a state.
Who goes to South Dakota? I don't know.
Wait, is there a North Dakota too?
Yeah, there's a North Dakota.
What the fuck is that?
But the thing is...
Are you sure? Have you ever met anybody from there?
No.
Anyone ever?
And I've traveled quite a bit.
From either one?
From either one.
I don't know.
It's like...
I'm asking anybody out there.
That's a vortex.
If you're from a Dakota...
Please reach out to us.
Let me know. We need to have you on. We need to discuss if you're...
Tell us what the hell is out there to do.
Climb mountains? I don't know.
I mean...
I've never heard of it,
maybe
though.
Being a cousin? Who knows? I don't know.
Oh.
But... So, supposedly, there is a hidden compartment to Mount Rushmore. And,
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it like in the nose?
I think it's behind the nose.
Okay.
But only the nose knows. So if you guys have further information about it, let us know.
Yeah.
Because all I know is a hidden compartment behind it. And supposedly it's etched with some type of, I don't know if it's almost like the Georgia Guidestones to some extent. It's a room behind the monument.
Okay.
If you have further information about it, please reach out and let us know. Educate me a little bit on it, because I would like to know what it was designed for. And if you guys find it interesting, I find it interesting.
Well,
we find it interesting.
What if the reason why they wanted that particular place of land, what if it had like certain energies to it? So the way that they could harness that and keep it secret was build a monument over it and then keep it locked down because it's a federal monument, but then they're like building labs in the fucking mountains trying to do some Montauk shit.
Exactly. Just like they did they have 5 of them now for nuclear fallout.
DUMBs. The DUMBs? Deep underground military bases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just like there's supposedly
there could be tunnels all through the country, man.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
Everywhere.
And what's I think it might have been NORAD, I don't know. One of those motherfuckers.
NORAD.
One of them, they tweeted on, they tweeted like a year or two ago that they were looking for people with fucking underground tunnels and shit to train soldiers for the next war that they believe is going to be in underground tunnels. This is from their official Twitter account. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Now we got the coronavirus. Like, I'm about to go get a fucking shovel. Fuck that. Before people start buying shovels, I'm going to get one.
My thing with that is my opinion on that is that they're only training soldiers for underground because they're going to let off the fucking nukes. And a nuclear fallout, mutual assured destruction. There's no other place to fight but underground.
That's why they have it. Like there is a fucking place that is an underground government like city, and it has its own government,
its own president.
What the fuck is that called?
It's in West Virginia.
I keep forgetting about that.
It's in West Virginia.
Every time I read about it, it's late at night, and then I try calling people to talk about it, and I'm like, stop calling me. It's like fucking like 3 a.m.
Yeah, it's an underground city where only selected. They actually have their own president, their own vice president. So just in case, well, I hope we all know that the U.S. president and the vice president can't be in the same place at the same time, or shouldn't be. If one's in the air, one has to be on ground, on U.S. soil. So this way...
That was implemented by Kennedy because he was a swinger.
Listen, he told his brother, "Hey, Bobby, I got this one tonight."
I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
We could switch, but I don't want to.
Listen, I got Maryland tonight. You can get it tomorrow night. I'll be on the plane out, and you'll be on the ground. Listen, my wife can't find out about this shit. Oh man, no, I don't know when that was implemented, but
it wasn't. Was it William Cooper? Was he the one talking about that shit?
Was William
in Behold a Pale Horse? Was that one of the things that he talked about? I think that was him.
Yes. William Cooper. That book was. A lot of people think that book was written in the 70s. That book...
It was in the 90s.
It was in the 90s. I want to say it was issued in 1990, 91.
I thought it was 91, yeah.
And William Cooper, just to give you a brief history of William Cooper, he was a naval intelligence officer. Behold a Pale Horse is an excellent book for you conspiracy theorists such as I.
Or, I think it's even better for the non-believers.
Or the non-believers, yeah.
Everybody should read
it. It's a long read, but a good read, a very interesting read. He does have a long introduction of himself, and that is so you get to know who he is as a family man and as a person.
To understand.
And
trust him.
Yes, which trust is a big thing.
And he learned that technique. Navy intelligence.
Navy intelligence.
So I don't know. Can we really trust him though? He sounds legitimate, but he knows all these techniques. How do we know that he's not using techniques that he didn't mention in the book on us? So we believe that just because they were maybe he was just mad at his boss or something. So he's like, fuck that dude.
He's retired, so that means they trusted him.
Well, yeah, but maybe the guy died and he's like, want to give him a big fuck you. So he's mad at the boss, so I'm going to write a book.
I'm going to write a book and release all this shit.
Nobody's going to believe me. But wait, they will believe me because I'm a naval intelligence officer. I know all the plans. I know all the tricks.
Well, here's the thing. If you read the book, ladies and gentlemen, if you read the book, you would come to start understanding that everything that he's written has come to fruition, and he's forecasted. Now, you figure the average book, it's released writing the book.
Way longer. It was probably like 70s or 80s.
Yeah, so you have to, no one just writes a book overnight, Well, that actually has anything worth reading. That
reminds me, I wrote a book yesterday. Link in the description. Wrote it overnight. That shit fails, it's because of your shitty endorsement, dude.
Well, no, he might actually have a good book, but it's his overnight might be half a month, 6 months, half a year. You never know, because we get it on around here. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
stay up for a couple of days.
Yeah, a couple of days.
If you sleep, it's just one. If you don't go to sleep, it's just one day.
That brings us into the Bible. But let me just finish with William Cooper real quick. So anyway, this man, he had the foresight, the intelligence. I suggest you guys pick it up. It's also on audiobooks. I'm not endorsing audiobooks per se, but if audiobooks wants me to, I'll endorse them.
It's like 2 hour, like around 2.5 hours maybe.
On audiobook.
Yeah, throw that shit on while you're playing video games.
Yeah, and you'll find that it's very interesting and full with a lot of facts.
Yeah.
But William Cooper, speaking on his ideas and his...
Why haven't they killed him yet, though, if he's dropping truth like that?
Well, that's I think that it's just too known, and
maybe he has a dead man switch.
You know what? If he had
probably does.
Probably does. His whole house is probably booby trapped too. And everyone goes in there, boom, 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 boom. You know.
Yeah.
So those are old. It's like that movie Falling Down, I guess. Maybe he'll do some shit like that one day.
He had booby traps falling down.
No, he didn't have booby traps, but he had a trusty old bat and a couple guns.
Oh yeah, he got the bat from the convenience store guy.
Yeah, got the bat from... That was an excellent movie too. You guys should definitely watch that. It's in the 80s for you younger generations out there. It's a good movie.
When I worked an office job, I used to get up extra early to watch it before work to motivate me to get through the day.
Yeah,
fucking funny, dude.
No, well, you know, we all need motivation. I sometimes wake up in the morning and rub one out. That's my motivation for the day.
Yeah.
We all need some type of motivation.
Yeah, I wake up, have an Irish coffee. Start reading Facebook conspiracies and shit. So what else we got going on?
We got a few things.
The moon. Well, were we still talking about the moon?
We were still talking about the moon.
Talking about the underground bases. So, yeah, what the fuck you think? Like, did the Anunnaki bring the moon over here so we could swim on the beach when we go on vacation for being slaves of mining gold?
Well, going to the whole underground war thing.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could see, and this is why the rich want to get the hell off this planet, and they know certain things to get off this planet. I'm not sure if you guys like watching Star Trek, the old Star Trek movies.
I've never seen it.
So there's a Star Trek Genesis movie.
I thought you were going to say genocide. I was like,
no, no, I'm not bringing Hitler into this.
What planet did they go to?
They went actually. So they had a mission.
You said Genesis, so the beginning.
Yes, Genesis. It's called the Genesis in the movie Star Trek. It was called the Genesis. Wasn't necessarily dictated as a weapon, but so what it was they had. You have heard of terraforming? So in this
terraforming, what's that like? Jewelry and shit, like
terraforming is where you can literally manipulate the landscape of the planet.
Okay.
So they have a Genesis bomb that gives you the amount of oxygen, plant material, carbon. So they drop this bomb on a planet, and through terraforming and through the atoms and everything that are released, it changes the molecular combination of the planet to actually sustain life, an earthly.
So a big bang, if you will.
A big bang and a smaller bang, you know. That brings me back to the midgets, but we'll get into that later. Well, I got to think for midgets. If you guys are midgets and you like the men of distinguished skin color, holla at your boy. Any midgets out there? Daniil Clark RDX. DM me. Anyway.
So much for the anonymous name, damn.
Well, hey,
I already fucked it up.
You fucked it up at the beginning, so let's keep it going.
But it's I think it's just Daniil RDX.
Daniil RDX. 18
Two
plus,
N's.
baby. 2 N's EIL. Ain't anyone 18 plus.
I thought it was just midgets.
I'm fond of the midgets, but I'll take the regular girls and I too, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So anyway, so you terraform this planet. So I think that's what what's his name there? Tesla. Elon Musk.
Yeah.
What a last name, Musk, huh? You know your shit stinks when you Musk. So Elon Musk, all these what's his name from Virgin Records there?
Virgin Branson. Richard Branson, yeah.
Richard Branson.
What's he been up to? He's got the planes. He's got like an airline.
Yeah, he's got an airline that
it started off as a software company, didn't it? I think that's how he got his, like...
No, he bought, like, Virgin Records.
So it was a record company, then a software...
Then a software...
Did he have money to begin with? How did he come up doing that shit?
He had a little money, but he was, like, one of the CEOs of it. And then bought the company and developed the company. Huh. But... So he's got this thing now where for like $100 and some odd thousand, you could fly into the outer atmosphere of the Earth.
Oh yeah, like where it's like gravity free, like those flights.
Yeah.
Was that him?
Yeah, for $100,000. I got better things. I got some blow and some hookers. I got only $100,000 instead of a plane flight. It'll last a lot longer.
I was gonna get a concussion because I didn't listen that we were gonna go to. We were losing altitude, so I had to stop flipping around and get a fucking concussion for $100 grand.
Or maybe some blow and prostitutes while you're waitlist. That would be fucking nice.
Well, if you dropped the bag, you'd be good. But, hey, what's up, Chaz? Devlin?
Shit. Chaz Devlin. Musk got most of his old money from PayPal. Oh, thanks, bro.
Well, yeah, that was Musk.
Yeah, thanks, bro. I didn't know that.
All right. Could that be another fucking Mandela effect? Because I always thought that the PayPal thing, I thought that was Jack from fucking Twitter. Jack Dorsey.
So Jack, yeah, I thought
that was him. I didn't know Musk got money. Did he buy it? Like, who?
Does he still own the company, Chaz?
Yeah, we can look that up.
Yeah, I mean, if he still owns PayPal, I mean, shit, he could also toss me some money.
PayPal.
Hey, Chaz, this is our first episode. How you liking the show, brother?
Can you hear us okay?
Can you hear us okay?
What was it? Oh, yeah, Elon Musk.
Elon Musk, PayPal.
Oh. I tried to do that. I pulled up fucking...
So, I guess we lost Chaz, huh?
Oh, there's a delay. Should take.
Oh, there's a little delay. All right, Chaz.
Yeah. Sorry, he's new.
I a little less sold out. Yeah.
PayPal Mafia formed in the early 2000s and includes everyone from Elon Musk to the Yelp founders.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks for that info, Chaz. I really appreciate you. Bro. Yeah. And definitely be share this with your friends.
Yeah, he said he sold out years ago.
Okay, yeah. Tag us with your friends, brother. I like this interactive thing.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna do it for the first episode, but further episodes we hey, what's up, Habs fan?
Habs, what's up, freaks? I love it.
We could have we'll put up a number. We'll have people call.
Yeah, that'd be
90% of the calls are going to be fucking people talking shit, but who cares? That's all we're doing too.
You know, people like to hate.
So, how did we get to Elon Musk?
Elon Musk, because we were talking about, what the hell were we talking about? Sometimes I get tired, like, you know, my brain farts. You know, the not drinking and cloudy brain shit really is a fact, dude. It's just to let you guys know, I was in the fucking ward about a month ago, man. I'm a little fucked up. Chaz, I'm an old fart, JK. Now most things.
Eventually.
Okay, all right.
Thanks,
Chaz. I still love it, brother. Good looking out. I appreciate you, definitely.
We were talking about Richard Branson.
Richard Branson doing the whole outer space thing, flying out of space, underground.
Yeah, and then you went to Elon Musk because he's flying out of space. I think that's where you're going with it.
So what we're trying to do is wonder what... Is this going to be like that movie that came out a couple of years ago where they had like a spaceship in outer space where only the rich... I think Mark Wahlberg was in that movie. Where only the poor people lived on the Earth and it was like devastated after a nuclear war.
I don't know, but there was like a movie about a train that was like that.
No. And only trains I've been involved in. I told you about that in Augusta, Georgia. Wound up training this guy's wife. Best military story ever. I'll share that with you guys someday. Hilarious.
The troops.
Well, support your troops, definitely.
They sure do in Georgia, don't they?
Oh, they sure do.
All right.
I love Augusta, Georgia. Fort Gordon area. All day, every day. All day, every day. Signal all the way. But I'm not saying anything against the other branches. I love all my military folks. Military folks.
So what we
terraforming. So
that's where I don't know.
Terraforming
PayPal came up. We were talking about terraforming.
Yeah, because we were talking about Elon Musk and
going to space.
Yeah.
Okay, because we were talking about terraforming the planets before.
Yeah, so
I got you.
I have a feeling that's what we're trying to do to Mars, is to terraform it, because we know this planet cannot sustain any more life. Which brings me to the coronavirus, gentlemen. Brings me to the coronavirus.
Ooh.
That in itself, and if you read that book, Behold a Pale Horse, by William Cooper, will tell you that if you actually have to read it or listen to it, whatever you prefer, he'll educate you a little bit on that. This design was designed well over 30 years, 40 years ago. Even now it's coming out in light. I'm not saying anything good or bad about this president, but the president also knew that this was an airborne thing. However, he did not release it to the American people because of fear. It's been a prep since Kennedy. Yeah, Chaz, you are definitely...
Chaz Carmody, he's been a prepper since Kennedy was assassinated.
Yeah. Chaz, I love it. I love the mindset, because I am too. Just setting up. Matter of fact, my home, I just got to get a couple...
Don't tell people what you got for your prepping, man.
No, I just got to buy a generator.
I was saying, you already gave out your full name and shit.
Hey, listen, that's all right.
Another half hour, he's going to be giving out his address.
As long as the midgets come through, I always got space for you.
Yeah.
Always space for the midgets.
But, yeah, so you're saying, like, these people want to go up, and you think, like, Branson and Musk and, like NASA and shit, like, you think that they're going up there trying to terraform the planets.
Terraform the planets. And
see what we can do.
And they're going to keep the elite.
Oh, shit.
A required user has left the game. Go back to main
still here.
settings. We're still here.
Sorry about that.
A little technical
we lost you for a second. I forgot to change my controller settings.
It's all right. Yeah, so they're going to keep the creme de la creme, and they also...
just speak a little louder, because I got the fucking...
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're going to keep the creme de la creme. I'm just going to scoot on up a little bit. Just a little technical difficulty. We'll be all right. Keep the creme de la creme. They're also going to keep a lot of the Masonics, the skulls, their brethren, and what women also they choose to keep, and they're going to let the poor and suffering migrants like myself down here trapped in a hellish earth, and used as basically a new era slavery. That's how I feel about it. If anyone could contradict that, he's free to
they'll leave us behind, not tell us what kind of a utopia they're getting going on, and then they'll own the companies that will make shit to be sent to them. Like, hey, we're out of Hennessy, or we're out of champagne. Whatever them rich motherfuckers drink. I don't know.
Give us enough to sustain. Basic life.
Or like,
us will not live long enough to see terraform planets. This is true.
How do you know that, though? I am convinced that he's either a time traveler or an alien. People say he might be from Venus.
But they're working on the biotechnology where it basically, you remember the movie The Space Odyssey, 2010, The Space Odyssey?
I don't think I saw it.
Was
that the one with Danger, Will Robinson?
No, brother.
Was that the one where they're in the movie theater with the robot and they're talking shit?
No, they're on a spaceship, and I forget.
Oh, that was Mystery Science.
Hal was
yes, I knew that.
Yes. 2010.
Everybody's done a parody of that.
Yeah.
Simpsons did it.
So what it's basically going to be is the scientists now, the bioscience of it is to find a way to connect with your neural pathways. It's basically taking, if you believe in your soul, basically your soul and putting it into a robotic body.
Well, not IA. But it's not IA because it's you, but it is.
It is, yeah. It's going to be a hybrid of that. Yeah, so they're already trying to develop that, which is, it's mind-boggling, but it'll only be for the elite. Mm-hmm.
The people that can afford it.
Yeah, only people that can afford it. And, the social elite, it's just mind-boggling how, but this this technology, was the ultimate thing, which leads me to technology and how the spaceship is operated
by the AI computer.
Yes.
Yeah, Chaz, he was going back to the Space Odyssey.
Yeah, the Space Odyssey. Yes.
Futurama did that too. They did it.
They did a skit on that?
Everybody did.
Yeah, I want to say the AI computer was HAL, correct?
Yeah.
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 So, which brings me back to one of my conspiracies is that aliens do exist, and we have some type of bargaining agreement with the aliens to give us technology in exchange for whatever they need, and whatever they need could be human beings.
That's what people were saying. I don't know the facts to back it up. I'm just saying people were saying that I think it was Eisenhower made a fucking deal with them that they could abduct people from like federal land and shit. That's why you see issues, that missing 411 stuff. Like it's always like some weird stuff going on out there, and it's federal land, so maybe they are made an agreement with them. They can kidnap people and fuck our cows or whatever they do with them, mutilate them, same thing.
Yeah.
And then they was it Skinwalker Ranch?
Skinwalker Ranch. Now,
what was that show on?
Oh,
in exchange for human DNA, Chaz. See, Chaz knows what's up.
Yeah. So, Chaz, man. Oh, brother, I'm glad you're on here. I really appreciate it. In exchange for human DNA, and now all of a sudden we went from a simple industrial society of the early 1900s to within literally about 15, 20 years after that, we started...
Our technology.
Technology just started to boom and increase. We started...
We advanced more in the last, short amount of time than our whole civilization ever advanced. Like, our leaps through technology. And, I think that was related to the Roswell incident, because it was shortly after that. You got a couple of people, Bob Lazar.
Bob Lazar, he is the man. He is still I'm surprised the CIA and FBI didn't kill him off yet.
Oh, he's definitely got he's definitely got a plan.
Oh, listen, Bob Lazar. And Bob Lazar, he was in aeronautics. He's an engineer by trade and education.
Not anymore. Didn't they delete all his fucking records?
Supposedly he doesn't live on government records. Supposedly this man, he's dead to the world, supposedly. But people such as us, ourselves, we Rancho Sejo. What's this?
Honcho say Honcho.
Okay.
That's his name, I guess.
Hey, brother, welcome aboard. We talk about conspiracies and bullshit and all types of crazy shit. My father operated communication computers in the 60s. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, so you
back in the good old days where they took up a whole fucking room.
Yeah. So Bob Lazar, and probably, because Bob Lazar did a lot of computers and stuff, too.
Oh,
yeah. Matter of fact, Bob Lazar was stationed at...
Roswell?
Not Roswell.
Area 51.
Area 51 for a while there.
Supposedly.
Supposedly.
I don't know. I fucking believe him.
Shit sounds kind of weird. That's all right, brother.
Yeah.
A lot of shit
sounds
sounds
is our audio fucked up or just the shit we're talking about?
Yeah.
If our audio is fucked up, let us know. Or if the shit we're talking about is fucked up, discuss it,
Yeah, talk.
We're open to discussion. We're
Weird,
just saying what people say. Maybe it's true, maybe not. Who knows?
Yeah. Hey, I'm open to everybody.
But some people were saying that Elon Musk is from fucking Venus.
I think we're all from that.
I think he might be a time traveler.
I think that our ancient ancestors had it right, and even if the pieces of the Bible that people can't put together,
they've been cut out.
They've been cut out. It's all in your head. Oh, are you affiliated with the CIA or FBI? That's all it is.
What did I tell you about using fucking code? Using those words on...
Now, what the hell? Listen, they can sue me all they want. I ain't got shit. No, so, yeah, where were we going? Back to the Bible. Yeah, a lot of it, they say the Anunnaki
Well, they call them the Watchers in the Bible.
Yeah.
Well, that's not even like they cut that shit out. They refer to them a couple times throughout the Bible, but most of the good stuff is in the Book of Enoch. CIA.
All right, thanks, brother.
I'm gonna call you later. I need a favor, Hunter.
Yeah, I need a favor, brother.
Some Snowfall type shit.
Fucking hilarious.
When I grew my beard out, I looked like that dude Teddy on the show. Somebody told me that. I was like, oh fuck. But yeah, where are we going?
We were talking about aliens and we were talking
the Bible, yeah.
About the Bible, but
you were saying the Anunnaki.
The Anunnaki,
also
and
the Nephilim or the Watchers.
The Nephilim, the Watchers. History has shown that there's been giants, giant bones and stuff. That
the Bible said fucking David was a giant and supposedly there was like a whole village of them motherfuckers.
Right. I mean, there's so. I mean, I understand we're bouncing around from topic to topic here. Maybe we should actually settle in on one topic someday. But this is our first episode. This is, you know.
We just how our conversations go. You know?
Yeah,
it's what it is.
Yeah, and I've been sober for some time, so you know this is a sober me. Just to let you know, if I'm drinking, we could go for 4 or 5 hours.
We don't
sober me.
We don't pray. We pray that you don't, Dan.
Oh yeah, I'm an alcoholic. I'll admit that to everybody.
So we'll have a meeting later at 6.
Yeah, bullshit. No, I've had too many meetings.
But back to the Bible and the aliens.
Yeah, so I'm a firm believer that what we know is the what's this? I'm way too high for this.
How do you think I feel?
Oh, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, what's it? The GG4? GG4 over here, brother. What we know is a satellite belt was another planet called.
What's satellite belt? What do you?
You know the satellite belt in our solar system?
Is it like real satellites, or are they just?
No, the meteorite belt. I'm sorry, I said.
Orion?
No, the meteorite belt. That was another planet.
Yeah. Okay, so there's meteorite belts.
Oh well, so this meteorite belt. Right? They say after the Big Bang, the leftover debris, and between the gravitational pull of the planets and other planets, this rock was created, you know, from other explosions. However, I believe that was another planet that actually
crashed into Nibiru.
Nibiru, yes. And this is where our forefathers. Chaz, sober up.
Yeah, we can go back to review the comments out.
Yeah.
We keep getting distracted.
Yeah, we keep getting distracted. This is just the way it is, people. So that was another planet called Nibiru, and this is
a different one than Nibiru.
Nibiru, however you want to fucking pronounce it.
Okay, I thought.
Whatever, however you want to pronounce it. You know, I'm from
Nibiru. Everybody says it different. I just didn't know if you were talking about a different planet.
Could have been talking about Nibiru. It's like a Subaru. Nibiru.
Subaru Baja 711. Sorry, inside joke, but yeah. You say, do you think like the meteor crashed into Nibiru, or Nibiru crashed into Earth, or what?
I believe that planet had an advanced technology, and they. At their stage of, because you know they say the solar system is like millennia old, right? Well, I believe that they settled.
Is that why the millennials feel entitled to it?
I guess so. I don't know. I don't even want to touch that topic right now because we floated on so many topics.
Sorry, I had a joke.
But tell your joke.
No, that was it.
Oh, that was it. Okay. Yeah, I guess so.
Should just. Nibiru's still there, according to Chaz. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah. It's just the orbit of it is like elliptical.
So is
that the word for oval? Am I using the right fucking word?
Elliptical orbit. Yeah. So I guess it's a big oval orbit.
Yeah,
but Nibiru only comes around every, 10,000, 100,000 years?
I thought it was like 2,400 or some shit.
2,400 years? That's a long time.
I don't know, but if it was 2,400...
Yeah, but supposedly that's, I like to believe that's where we came from. And that's where even through Egyptians, Mayans, Sumerians, Native Americans.
Yeah.
Even the Australia, the
Pygmies?
no, not the Pygmies, the
Crocodile hunters?
no.
Kangaroos.
They're the actually oldest man. They say not African. Well, they are from Africa, but they're also called
Aborigines. Oh shit.
And they
now I want to apologize. When I call them fucking pygmies, pygmies are the ones in the Amazon, right?
Yeah, the pygmy tribes.
My bad. I was actually I thought they were the same thing for a minute. I apologize. I didn't.
Yeah, so
I'm uneducated.
They always point to the stars, and they also have drawings of what they call star people, or I don't know if that's actually in their descent, but I like to call them star people. So there is ties to that planet of Nibiru, and it's hard to refute because every culture, every
civilization with written language, it all says that people came down from the heavens. That's why the Catholics worship heaven.
Right.
They all came down from the heavens. They call them star people or whatever the fuck.
So there's got to be some belief to that, but man, I instead of interpreting it in the literal sense, we like to give it some odd biblical thing. I don't understand.
Mythological. Yeah.
But shit, if you start looking into that, and if you read
all the text
into the Sumerian text, there was a lot of shit going on back then, man. And even then, at that time, they had a way of taking our DNA, and man's imaginations run wild, but to have a horse with wings, and to have what do they call it? The horse with a human torso.
No. The horse with wings is the Pegasus. Minotaur.
The Minotaur and
Monitor.
Yeah, whatever that is. But
Minotaur, I think.
Even till this day and age, even up to the 70s, I want to say, Mobil had a Pegasus as its one of its.
Sure did.
Yeah, as its symbols of oil. So to say that and even ancient Egyptians have alligators with like a human torso, and
I heard, I'm not sure how, I don't even remember the source, but I heard this numerous times, like a long time ago. I haven't heard anybody discuss it recently, but in some of the tombs they found like tons of ashes and bones and stuff that were like old as fuck. Like ancient Egyptian times, obviously, because it was in their shit, but it was the DNA was like mixed of all types of animals, so it could have been that they made these abominations and they didn't work out, so they fucking burned them and put them in there. You know what I mean?
Right. Absolutely.
Did you hear about that?
I've heard about that.
Anyone else hear about that shit?
And it's amazing how like we also had that dark age. We had the, quote unquote the Enlightened Age and the Dark Age, where man just fell out of knowing.
When the fuck was the Dark Age?
Oh,
Dark Ages. I don't even know.
Look shit up. You know what? We gotta look that shit up.
Keep going.
Yeah. So, my thing is now we're only discovering genomes and what our DNA strand. There's so many options that we have. You could select your kid's eye color. You could select how tall you want them to be. And they're able, I think, in the 70s to add on to a DNA structure where they made, believe it or not, it was feces. They made it resistant to certain antibiotics. And it's amazing how back in the early 90s, all of a sudden we get strains of E. coli that couldn't be destroyed by the typical antibiotic.
It could have been overuse of the antibiotics, though.
No, they actually, it was a New York scientist and got together with a scientist from California that split the feces DNA structure and added on
feces DNA, like
your
shit has your own DNA.
Yeah, when you shit out,
or like is it your DNA
in your shit?
In the shit. So the shit doesn't have its own DNA. It's my DNA.
The shit is from like cattle, whatever.
Oh yeah,
the DNA strain from that.
But what I'm trying to like see what you're saying. Like, is it like the DNA from shit?
Yeah.
Like if I shit, it would be my DNA.
Yeah.
But the shit wouldn't have its own separate DNA.
No.
Okay, so it's just
yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
That's what I was trying to get.
Okay,
at.
sorry,
That's all.
I had to clarify that.
Yeah, sorry.
So they took feces from a cow, whatever, that had the DNA structure, and they wound up clamping it together or whatever, slicing it, clamping it together to make that the strain more resistant to antibiotics, and then they would use that cow feces to then not cultivate crops, but to fertilize crops, and then like all of a sudden you got
so they could
lettuce.
They could replicate whatever that cow had in its DNA.
Yes.
Replicate that, so they could add it to like fertilizer. Okay.
Fertilizer.
I got you now.
Which I'm sorry, I'm not the best linguist or the best orator, but thank you for explaining to me. All right.
We're just figuring it out.
Yeah, figuring it out, bro. And
figuring or
fingering? Figuring it out.
Figuring. Sorry, I have a speech impairment.
Well, I don't know. I just thinking about figuring some girl. Anyway, midgets.
All right. So back to the cow shit.
Yeah. So back to the cow shit. So now all of a sudden in the 90s and sporadically. Just
we got a lot of our information from the History Channel as well, and we're not going to lie to you. Full disclosure.
Just stop believing in the History Channel.
That's what Bishop Mutual would say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we get our information from everywhere.
Well,
you know, sometimes it's the History Channel, sometimes it's Ancient Aliens, sometimes what they have on there is complete bullshit. Like American Pickers. If you watch American Pickers and you believe that shit, fuck you.
Hey,
I like the show though. I like it, but it's not real, man.
What do you mean it's not real?
Those hidden finds that they got in that old man's barn.
What do you mean that's not
fucking
real?
Planted?
Oh, fuck.
That's another conspiracy for you.
But why is it?
I mean, allegedly, I'm not sure. We're just throwing it out there.
I like American Pickers too, but I never seen ever them in my town. History Channel.
Yeah, we gotta read that out loud. Bishop Metroll, it says History Channel is masonry telling you what they want. LOL. That's what all TV is. That's why they call it media. That's why they call it programming.
Yeah, as long as you fall into the content, we're just trying to.
What do you think? What do you think we're doing? We're telling you what we want.
Well,
that's what everything is.
I'm not telling you what they want. I'm telling you what I perceive. I don't necessarily want it. I'm just asking for you guys to write it and tell me what you guys think.
Yeah,
it's called what? Persuadological. LOL.
Persuadology.
Yeah,
it's tough to read our comments because they only show up in a little box and the words get cut off because fucking goddamn PlayStation doesn't know about word wrap.
All right. So we're not trying to persuade anyone.
Didn't mean to fly off the handle.
We're not trying to persuade anyone to believe. If you already believe, then we just like.
Yeah, well, he was talking about the History Channel.
Oh, well, the History Channel? Yeah, that's right.
Well, it's all media. They're all owned by, like, I heard there was only 2 guys that ran it. It was,
Neil and Bob?
No, it
was it Neil and Bob?
No, those are the people they meet at the Bohemian Grove. But it was Mortimer, and what's the other dude?
Oh!
Randolph.
We finally did it. We finally did it.
I'm pretty sure those are the 2 dudes that run the media. Fucking savages.
Oh man! If you guys don't know the reference, I suggest you look it up.
If they don't know. Fuck them.
Yeah.
That's only for the people that deserve to know that.
Classic movie. They mix facts and
made stuff up to make it true. Oh yeah,
yeah, of course.
That's why you should. That's why we're here questioning things.
Isn't that what our government does overall? Mix facts with a little truth, and or mix facts with a little shit, and then they say. Hey,
that's why they start off their speech with like "Good afternoon." That's the fact that they mix in with the bullshit.
Yeah.
Mix facts with truth. Yeah. Good afternoon.
I haven't had a good afternoon in a very long time, I can tell you that much.
Well, sometimes that's the lie. That's how they get you. You can't tell whether it's, like, are they saying they had a good afternoon? Are they talking about your afternoon? That's how they get you, man. So you know that they're going to be lying about something.
All right.
And they're mixing the facts and the truth. So it all depends on whose afternoon that they're talking about.
Yeah, because my afternoon, I mean, it could just be one of those things to say, hey, good afternoon, but, you know, how about Cheerio or top of the morning? You know?
Bronx Sushi. What's up, Bronx Sushi? I haven't seen you in a while.
Yesterday.
He fell off flat earth yesterday. Struggle was real. Oh. Well, hopefully you had on magnetic boots.
I did.
They're having... talking amongst themselves.
Okay.
But I had to say what up to Bronx Sushi. That's
yeah. What's up, Bronx Sushi?
They had
on SD.
What's up, clown?
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up?
What the fuck are you calling a fucking clown?
Hey, that's the title of our show, brother.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
We gotta keep the fans there, brother.
Sorry, it doesn't show up. If it doesn't show up on the screen, I don't know.
Oh shit! Well, hey, if anyone's ordering, can we get a pizza? Can we get? Listen,
I know. We ain't gonna have motherfuckers know my goddamn.
You think I like looking at food? I eat that motherfucker.
You gonna tell them where the studio is?
We're not telling you the studio unless
we're on one of those deep underground bases that we were discussing earlier.
I gave you my Instagram. DM me, send some pictures.
Yeah,
let me know.
I don't think we have any minutes to.
I don't know.
We need to wait till we have like 100 followers. Then there might be like somebody who knows a midget.
Yeah, I mean, if you know any midgets 18 plus,
where are we going? We were talking about the Dark Ages.
You were talking about
something else too.
We were talking about the Dark Ages and how we
aliens. They all relate together. The technology, and then
the Dark Ages hit, and we lost a lot of technological prowess and advancements there. We went basically back to
the 5th to the 15th century.
The 5th to the 15th century. That's a long couple of centuries. That's a long few centuries.
That's a hidden past. I bet you I know where all that information is. Under some kid's bed in the Vatican basement.
So get this. So going back to that the Mandela effect, right?
Yeah.
That we barely touched on, but we didn't. So I could have thought Nelson Mandela died in the 90s.
That's where the Mandela effect comes from.
Because I remember growing up in the 90s.
Died in prison?
I remember growing up in the 90s and saying that he was already dead.
Yeah, that's the Mandela effect. That's why it's called the Mandela effect, because that's what happened. People remember that he died. Like, that's why they call it that. Yeah. The Bernstein Bears, the Bernstein Bears.
The Bernstein Bears. And
Curious
then they were
George
saying,
doesn't have a fucking tail anymore?
They were saying Oscar Mayer Wiener in the 50s, the advertisement, they changed the spelling of it, but everybody doesn't.
It's M-E-Y-E-R. But I remember the jingle wasn't Baloney has a first name, it's M-A-Y. But which is it? It's E-Y now, right?
I think it's E-Y.
Yeah, I remember A. I don't know.
I don't remember this, Tell you, we got a lot of shit and a lot of explaining to do around here.
Last to PS4. No, I'll have a PS4 for a while. I'm poor, Adam. Thanks for laughing at me.
We could take some donations for the PS5, please. We'll definitely take some donations.
I'll send the link later after he leaves. Like, we got nothing. Look what my mom got me for Christmas.
Yeah, that's funny. Funny, but we'll definitely take some pizza donations too if you guys want to do that.
Don't tell people where we live at.
The bare necessities.
What Picture Me Trolling is referring to is the bare necessities. The song, I think it's Baloo that sings it. Are you familiar with the Jungle Book? Now, like, if you listen to the lyrics, there's like a word that doesn't make sense anymore. Like, it used to be a word that made sense, but then they fucking changed it.
Huh.
Or it got changed, I don't know. You think that shit has something to do with that fucking super collider motherfucker particle accelerator?
I honestly believe in this super collider, because they've been colliding, I think, 6 times a year or something like that.
Yeah, like they're just... What the fuck are these particles? I don't even understand physics. I don't understand. They're just shooting something at something. Like, beans. Like I don't know what the fuck.
No, so supposedly in I want to say in the Netherlands is where the super collider is built. A team of researchers got together in I want to say the early '80s, and it was a process that they were designing for years, and it didn't get into effect until like the early '90s. So the super colliders, atoms, they're colliding atoms, and every time an atom collides, there is a warp in time and space. So this warp in time and space has...
and it took Curious George's tail.
It might have taken his tail.
Yeah, but that's why the people are saying.
Yeah. So, and it might have changed the spelling of Oscar Mayer. It might have changed...
Well, it could have just, like, changed it for some. Because it's intertwining different dimensions.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Yeah. But this is where the generational gap is, because now people are noticing that wasn't like that when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even growing up, I thought Nelson Mandela had died in the early 90s, mid to early 90s.
Yeah.
And now they're saying he was alive and didn't die until like the early, mid 2000s.
Wasn't he like the president or something?
Of what country in Africa?
I don't even fucking know.
Yeah, because I think Africa has 151 or 152 countries.
Really?
Yeah, inside the continent of Africa.
They got us beat.
Huh?
They got us beat.
Well, they just can't get their shit together. That's what it is.
Well, probably because of other countries with bigger militaries taking advantage of it.
Yeah. Oh, we are
People
too.
with money, the elites.
Yeah, we are too. I mean, look at the rappers right now. They're going to buy all up the real estate. Akon's buying, I forget how many acres down there, but it's going to turn to Akon City. And
but was it like their idea to come up with that name? Because like he's like bringing power and like clean water to these people. Like he's doing great things for the.
No, he's doing great things. Don't get me wrong, but it's always about currency. It's always about money. It's always about bringing Bitcoin back. Well, whatever happened to fucking Bitcoin?
The cryptocurrency, I don't know. It's a scam. I don't fuck with it.
I don't know.
Do what you want with it, but I ain't fucking with it.
I don't buy it.
Yeah, we get it, Adam. We heard you the first time.
Yeah.
There, you're gay. We're okay with that.
Yeah,
we accept it.
We accept it. Hey, if you can't accept,
everybody's welcome here.
If you can't accept people for what they might be, then maybe this is not the place for you to be.
That's right. We accept you, Adam.
We accept you.
We love you.
I love you. Come here and give me a big old kiss.
But, then there was the what? You talk about Akon buying up land.
Yeah, Akon was buying up land.
Where were we before that?
Shit, there was so many things. The Dark Ages.
Yeah, the Dark Ages. Like, what the fuck? Nobody wrote a book. Nobody learned how to read.
Yeah.
And that for like how long? So like, how the fuck? Like, was I getting yelled at? I got yelled at in high school for not wanting to fucking read books and shit. My parents were like, you gotta read books. But like, these motherfuckers didn't read books for like 100. How many fucking.
Like a good from the 2nd century, I think, to the 15th century, or from the 5th century to the 15th century.
What's that, like 10 years?
10 years. That's a long time to be stupid.
Like somebody had to remember something. They didn't forget fire.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, we start again building these big cathedrals, monoliths, and what have you. Where did the inspiration and knowledge come from?
Cave paintings.
What triggered?
You can't burn those.
That? Yeah. Well,
you can't burn stone tablets.
Where did obviously something was lost there. Even now, traditionally now we have to learn a language through school. However, back then we learned it through just hanging around the fireplace and meeting other cultures and learning other cultures. I think to go back to an older generation to see how knowledge was broadcasted, the word of mouth, but was a lot stronger than what people are learning today, because they're only learning regurgitated knowledge. It's nothing of true tangibility. You could take any child out of the fetus and teach them something, and it
out of the fetus.
Well, I'm not saying like that. I mean, you could after birth, you got to give them some time to drop the baby.
After birth, that shit smells.
Doesn't it though? That fucking Anyway,
I get a jar of it.
You got a jar of it?
Oh.
Anyway.
Sorry.
So, so you could take anyone and basically, except for the people we discussed earlier, off and teach them whatever you want to teach them, whether it is what's completely wrong or not. No need to learn anymore. We have Google.
And that's what Elon Musk is working with, putting the implants in your head, like with the fucking pigs. He put implants in pigs and brought them back to life,
But,
and now they're zombie pigs that are robots or some bullshit. I don't know.
But yeah, in the study of the pig, actually, any pig that has been put in a pen and been trained, the
They're
farm.
very intelligent animals.
They're very intelligent. However, if you release the pig
bacon.
into the wild, in 2 weeks it'll go feral again. And some of them are known to grow little baby tusks again.
Just for being feral.
Yeah, just from being feral. So
That's interesting.
Yeah, it is very interesting.
They must torture the shit out of them to suppress or do something to suppress that.
It's all in the food.
The chemical. Okay, so it's in the food.
It's all in the food. Why do you think it's
Genetically modified food?
Modified food, absolutely. And even now, all of a sudden, watch the sway, right? Everyone's saying stay away from beef, pork, chicken, everything else. They're eating what's plant-based. And then the next sway in the next 30, 40 years of more, in the next 30, 40 years, it's going to be to back to eating beef because now we have too much beef. It's kind of like only certain places allow hunting because we stopped hunting deer, and now all of a sudden the deer are interfering with our society, so we go back to certain seasons where you can hunt deer. It's just amazing. A pig is smarter than I don't know about that. But you be trolling.
Sorry, I had a box.
So a pig is smarter than Chaz. I don't.
Whatever.
Chaz playing PS3. No, I was just reading some of the comments.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Sorry about that. This has gone pretty good, but time is of the essence here, at least for me.
Yeah. We didn't make any points about anything.
Well,
we just jumped around.
This is the first episode, and we're going to try to do this every
day.
Every
day.
Or
fucking 10:30 in the morning.
Oh, jeez. There's the dig. There's the dig. You know my vlog. I ain't getting up until 10:30.
Don't worry, when I post later, I'll say 3.
Okay.
Tell you 10:30, motherfucker.
All right, you guys. I have to sign off. I have to get some stuff going, but my man here.
Oh, no, we're done.
We're done?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, thanks for you guys coming back. We're planning on being here, what do you say, every
week.
Every week at...
Whenever we figure it out.
Yeah.
Times will be posted on Twitter. And where did you people find me? I don't know. Obviously, it's on YouTube, so I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll tell people when it's coming.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Remember, Daniil RDX, Instagram.
Yeah, my shit's already up there.
Your shit's already up there.
Yeah.
Midgets. Send me some midgets. I want to see some midgets. All right, not pictures. I want to send me some live videos of some midgets. DM me on my Instagram.
Live video? What?
Well, you know what I'm saying.
You could just Google that.
Well, no.
Can't you just order one?
No.
You can't order midgets.
No, I want to be have a nice little selection. Like a little, what do they call that? A harem?
I was thinking, right? Would it be an unfair advantage if a midget ran for president? Do we have any laws in place to protect that?
No.
Because, if a midget ran for president, they would have a huge unfair advantage, no matter what their policies were. Because every single person I fucking know would vote for them just because they're a fucking midget.
Well, maybe we should put Bridget the Midget on there, get her ass out of jail. We should talk to Kim Kardashian and see if she can get Bridget the Midget out.
Why we talk? Well, she only stabbed him. She didn't fucking kill him.
Well, she should fucking kill him, I guess, and then we'll see what happens.
Well, yeah, she's probably already out.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Tell Bridget the Midget to reach out to me.
I think she's on Instagram.
No, I want her to reach out to me.
All right. Well,
All right.
hold on. I'm trying to figure out how to shut this shit down.
All right. See you guys later. Thank you for having us.